What form will the future of human civilization take? Will it be one of endless urban sprawl, resource depletion, and spiritual exhaustion? Or will it be one where technology and nature coexist in harmony, reshaping our relationship with cities? If we could completely discard everything from the past and start with a blank sheet to build a city truly designed for the future, would you dare? This is not the plot of a science fiction movie, but a grand undertaking that China is earnestly putting into practice. About 100 kilometers from Beijing, on the plains of Hebei, a $93 billion city of the future is rising, the Xiong'an New Area. It is not merely another infrastructure project, but rather the ultimate gamble on the future form of human cities. Why take the drastic step of starting from scratch? The answer lies with the giant behind it, Beijing. This super metropolis of 22 million permanent residents faces urban diseases that no megacity in the world can avoid. Suffocating commutes, Beijing has repeatedly ranked among the world's most congested cities. At peak hours, the average commute exceeds 50 minutes. Some studies show certain residents spend over 20 working days each year commuting. This is not only a cost of time, but a relentless drain on life energy. The pain of breathing. Despite massive investments in air pollution control, smog remains an unshakable shadow over the city. In certain seasons, PM2.5 concentrations can reach dozens of times the WHO's safe standard, forcing residents to live long-term with masks. The crushing cost of living. The house price-to-income ratio has at times reached 20:1, discouraging countless dream chasers or forcing them to move to distant suburbs, further worsening commute burdens and unplanned urban sprawl. Overloaded functions. Beijing hosts far too many non-capital functions, dense clusters of research institutes, universities, state-owned enterprise headquarters, major hospitals, and even some logistics and manufacturing, creating functional confusion and extreme resource concentration. China's leadership knows that patching the old framework is far less effective than reinventing it entirely, seeking a new path for urban development. In 2017, the birth of Xiong'an New Area was elevated to the highest national level, a Millennium Plan, and a matter of national significance. This status brings unprecedented political backing and resource allocation, and defines its grand mission. Relieve Beijing's non-capital functions. Slim down and optimize Beijing, restoring it to its core role as the political, cultural, and international exchange center. Administrative agencies, central enterprises, universities, and research institutions are to be relocated in an orderly manner to Xiong'an. Explore a new model for urban development. From the very beginning, escape the urban diseases by integrating ecological, intelligent, and livable concepts into planning, making Xiong'an a model of the city of the future. Promote coordinated development of the Beijing, Tianjin, Hebei region. Located at the geographical center of this urban cluster, Xiong'an is a strategic hub linking Beijing, Tianjin, and Shijiazhuang. Its rise will break the imbalance in regional development, create a new growth pole, and help form a megacity cluster of over 100 million people. This is fundamentally different from past Chinese urban success stories. Shenzhen and Pudong grew through special economic zone policies, organic trial-and-error growth, first industries, then people, then infrastructure. Xiong'an, by contrast, is a top-down, disruptive experiment. Plan first, build infrastructure next, then bring in population. Its national-level designation ensures unmatched policy and resource support. The location of Xiong'an is itself meaningful. This low-lying area, historically farmland and wetlands, would be seen as a forbidden zone by conventional developers. But for Xiong'an, it is an advantage, a true blank slate, free from complex surface structures, tangled underground utilities, or entrenched interest networks. This allows for high start, high standard, and high efficiency planning and construction. Xiong'an's planned area is 1,770 square kilometers, with a long-term control zone of about 2,000 square kilometers. equal to 3 Manhattan Islands or nearly 30 Paris city areas. But it is not aiming simply for big, but for refined and smart. An eco-first green heart. About 70% of Xiong'an's land will be blue, green space, lakes, wetlands, forests, and parks. Baiyangdian, one of northern China's largest freshwater lakes, is called the kidneys of the city and is undergoing the largest ecological restoration in its history. Strict environmental standards will ban heavy polluting and high-energy industries. The city aims for a clean energy mix, integrating solar, wind, and geothermal power, striving to become a zero-carbon or near-zero carbon city, a Chinese solution to global climate challenges. An omnipresent digital nervous system. From day one, Xiong'an is designed as a digital twin city with an urban brain mirroring its physical counterpart. Smart transport, AI-driven traffic lights, real-time traffic forecasting, and autonomous vehicle trials aim to minimize congestion. Full IoT coverage. Millions of sensors will monitor everything, from water quality and air to energy use and infrastructure health, enabling fine-grained predictive management. Underground city. Utilities, logistics channels, parking, and even some transport systems will be underground, keeping surface space for pedestrians, bicycles, and public transport. Digital living. As one of the pilot cities for China's digital yuan, cashless payments, digital IDs, and smart governance will be the norm. A people-centered livable model. Rejecting the bedroom city pattern, Xiong'an adopts the 15-minute life circle concept. Housing, schools, offices, shops, and parks all within a short walk or bike ride. There are no towering skyscrapers. Density is strictly controlled to foster community and human interaction. Parking is hidden underground, while surface space is shared and walkable. Architecture blends modern design with traditional Chinese aesthetics, using courtyards and garden elements to harmonize with nature. The lotus-shaped Xiong'an high-speed rail station is both a transport hub and a glimpse of the city's future image. A city also needs economic vitality. Xiong'an's industrial plan targets cutting-edge sectors: AI, biotechnology, new energy, new materials, aerospace information, and smart manufacturing. To attract these future industries, Xiong'an offers exceptional incentives: tax breaks, low-cost land, fast-track approvals, talent subsidies, and housing guarantees. The mandatory relocation of central enterprises, universities, and research institutions injects initial vitality and high-end talent. Tsinghua University and Peking University plan campuses or institutes in Xiong'an. The goal: house 5 million residents and contribute hundreds of billions of yuan annually to GDP, supporting China's economic transformation and upgrading. Starting a city from scratch is not unique to China. Globally, projects like Songdo in South Korea, Masdar City in the UAE, and Saudi Arabia's NEOM attempt to create smart, sustainable urban models. Yet many face the tech without life, hardware without soul problem, even becoming so-called ghost cities. Songdo's occupancy is far below expectations. NEOM's linear city concept draws criticism for its hyper-unrealistic scale and environmental risks. Compared with these, Xiong'an has key advantages: strong central government backing, able to commit long-term funding, mobilize national resources, and use administrative orders to relocate population and industries, something few other nations can match. A vast hinterland market, not isolated in a desert, but next to one of the world's largest urban clusters, Beijing, Tianjin, Hebei, with huge population and economy. Part of a systemic national strategy, not a standalone real estate project, but on par with other national strategies like the Beijing, Tianjin, Hebei Plan, Yangtze River Economic Belt in Guangdong, Hong Kong, Macau Greater Bay Area. But risks remain. Ghost city concerns. Administrative force can push early growth, but true vitality depends on attracting people, industries, and culture organically. Without that, prosperity may be superficial. Overplanning. Perfect plans can choke the organic, spontaneous growth that gives cities life. Urban development is often complex, organic, and full of surprises. Political risk. Xiong'an is tied to current leadership priorities. Shifts in national strategy or economic conditions could affect its progress. Cost-benefit uncertainty. Whether massive investment will yield expected social and economic returns remains to be seen. The future, reality or mirage. Today, Xiong'an's construction is in full swing. The high-speed rail station is operational, cutting the Beijing trip to 50 minutes. Core area infrastructure, underground utility corridors, some residential zones and schools are taking shape. Yet in many places, streets remain immaculately clean but eerily empty. Buildings stand new but sparsely populated. This is expected. Planned cities often build first and populate later. Xiong'an's development spans decades, and officials do not expect it to become a bustling metropolis overnight. The short-term focus is on bringing in government staff, researchers, students and employees of key enterprises, seeding the initial population, and then gradually expanding commerce, services, and housing demand. If successful, Xiong'an could set a new standard for urban development in China and worldwide, greener, smarter, and more people-centered from the outset, shifting from uncontrolled sprawl to data-driven, fine-grained planning. It would be a testament to China's modernization capacity and future urban vision. If it fails, it may stand as a cautionary tale, a city perfect on paper, yet unable to attract enough people to justify its immense cost. So, will Xiong'an become the blueprint for the future of human cities, or an expensive, empty city? Only time will tell.